Alternatively, if you are unable to prepare a customer's aging listing on time or a balance sheet as at 31st March 2013, you may want to follow the following steps to help you enter the customer's opening balances and to receive the payment accordingly. Assuming now is the month of April and you are starting real-time system in this month, and the customer gives your company a check to pay for their invoice that was dated on or before 31st March 2013. At the accounts entry, click Receipt. Click Add Customer. Customer ABC gives you a check. Enter the check number. At the bank passcode, type 1. And the check amount is 9270.05 to pay for 2 invoices. As you click the Offset button, since there were no opening balances or invoice entered yet, the Offset invoice box will be empty. Click Cancel. Meanwhile, proceed to save this transaction first. Treat it as an advance payment and click Yes. Print later. OK. Exit. Go back to your sales journal. Click Add. Enter the customer's ID, ABC. At the type here, set to opening. And enter all the outstanding invoices that is before 31st March 2013. The customer would have indicated the invoice number and the invoice amount behind the check. Enter the information accordingly. The invoice number and the passcode, the amount 2003. Save. Because the check is paying for 2 invoices, enter the second invoice number, the date of the invoice, and the second invoice number. Enter passcode and enter the invoice amount. Click Save. Print later. Exit from this sales journal opening balance and return back to receipt. Notice that there's an asterisk here, meaning that you have not applied any invoices to this receipt. Highlight this record and click Edit and continue to offset. Now you will be able to see 2 invoices here. Double click the offset amount view here, and the invoice amount will tally with the check total. Click OK. Click Save. Click Print later. Another example would be customer CDE gives the company a check. Click Add Customer. Enter the customer ID and the date of the check. Enter the check number. And enter the bank passcode. The customer gives a check of a net amount of $514 with the invoice amount and the credit note to offset. Again, the offset invoice is blank. Click Cancel. Save this receipt first. Treat it as an advance and print later. Exit from this receipt module and go back to sales journal. Click the opening balance tab and enter the opening balance for customer CDE. Same thing, the customer indicate the invoice number and the credit note number and the amount. Enter the invoice date of the outstanding invoice and the invoice number. Enter the passcode 0 and the amount. Click Save. Next, click the credit note. 13th of February. CN number 2345. Fast code, put 0 and enter the amount of 200 minus. Click save. Print later. Exit from this opening balance sales journal and go back to receipt. Same thing, highlight on this receipt that was entered earlier and click edit. Now as you click offset button, there will appear one credit note and one invoice. Select the two transactions here and click OK. Click save. Click print later. So as you receive payment from customer that is for previous financial year's invoice, you may use this method and slowly build up your opening balance and clear off the customer's accounts accordingly. You have successfully learned how to enter your customer opening balances according to the amount the company receives from the customer in the subsequent period. Likewise for supplier, as you make payment in the month of April, call out supplier ABC, enter your company's check and the invoice amount, enter your company's check number, and the payment voucher date. As you click offset, there are no invoice for you to offset as there are no entries for opening balance yet. Save the payment first and go to purchase journal to create the opening balance of the supplier. Save. Exit. Return back to payment and click edit and click offset. Print data. OK. You have successfully entered the supplier's opening balance by matching all the invoice against the payment made at the subsequent. And if your balance sheet as at 31st March 2013 is not available yet, you can still go in to put through your bank balances by dating your document as at 31st March 2013 and enter your bank account with the balances on the debit side and credit contra. Subsequently, as other accounts becomes available, you can continue to add in your fixed asset from here to build up your balance sheet.